And meanwhile, the budget session of the Parliament will be held on the 7th of July to the 14th of August. The Union budget will be presented on the 10th of July. It will be the first budget of the current government. The rail budget will be presented on the 8th of July, while the economic survey will be released on the 9th. The over a month-long session will have a total of 28 sittings. The vote on account budget approved by the previous Parliament ends on the 31st of July, and a new budget has to be in place before that date. The opposition is likely to rake up the issue of hike in rail passenger fare and freight rates ahead of the presentation of the rail budget. Venkaiah Naidu had recently said that the election of the Deputy Speaker will also take place during the budget session. Speaker Sumitra Mahajan has already said that she would take a decision on the issue of the Leader of Opposition in the Lok Sabha before the budget session. Well, my colleague Varghese joins us with more details on this. Well, Varghese, what more can you tell us?
It will be a very tough budget for the NDA. There are a lot of expectations to take tough decisions to put the economy back on track. In fact, the NDA government has looking at trying to make sure that the economy grows beyond the 5% stagnation point that it has reached. And therefore, it is a situation that we are looking at where there will be tough decisions on the economic front, especially there will be decisions with regards to price rise as well as reining in inflation. So how it is going to hit the common man and how the NDA will be able to, in fact, balance between the need for social reform as well as effectively pushing in reforms in the economic sector to push back the economy back into where it's supposed to be. That would be a challenge to look out at. Already there could be opposition with regards to the hike in fares, with regards to the railways, that the opposition might raise the issue during the budget session. And also, if there are going to be unpleasant steps with regards to raising prices of certain important commodities, especially with regards to oil and natural gas, that also might come under scrutiny by the opposition, who would in fact go on a protest against this particular government. So these are the situations that we would look at in this particular budget that could come on July 10th, Nishita.
Certainly some tough decisions ahead for the Modi government. Varghese, apart from the budget, we also understand the budget session will see various developments. If you can just take us through them.
Well, what we are looking at is there could be a push for infrastructure, especially with regards to industrial corridors being set up across the country. So there will be mention of with regards to a lot of infrastructure projects that could come in, and how these particular infrastructure projects will run through some of the important metro cities of this country, and that would be something that for highlight that we would be looking at. But at the same time, there will be a fine balancing act the government will have to do with regards to subsidies as well as expenses on the social front. So that is something that we'll have to wait and watch, whether the government will in fact start cutting down subsidies and pumping that money into infrastructure projects, Nishita.
Right, thank you for joining us with all those details there, Varghese. Well, there we have it, some tough choices ahead for the Modi government as already the hike in railway prices has created quite a flutter across the country, and now on the 10th of July is when we'll see the union budget being presented by Finance Minister Arun Jaitley.